Right, a quick video on Seroxat. I tried it back in the late kind of 1990s and to about 2000, and basically I found it was quite strong, overpowering drug. It's one of those kind of antidepressants that kind of takes 3 to 6 weeks for it to start taking effect. And when my doctor prescribed it, I found it like the dose was a bit too high for my body weight, so I kind of tapered it down straight away. But I went down to about like one tablet maybe twice a day at the beginning, and then one tablet a day, like half a tablet twice a day or one tablet a day. But it's one of those medicines that have got side effects that are really undesirable. Like if you're going to have children, you've got to cut, it can cause birth defects. So I came off of it anyway because I planned to have kids in the future, like from around about 2000, because I was already like about 30 around back then, or 28, so I wanted to come off of it anyway. It can cause night sweats, which are really unpleasant, and although it's a mood perker, it does also, there's a problem, like if you're really exhausted and tired and kind of overdoing it, it can act like a sedative, like if you have any tiny bit of alcohol, so it can make you literally fall asleep. So it's very dangerous in that respect. So I wouldn't recommend driving if you've had even a tiny bit of antihistamine with it. It's really dangerous. But otherwise, it's actually quite good for like kind of generally stabilising the mood. And nothing wrong with it. It's a cheap product as well. NHS get it for about £1.50 a month supply, so it's quite cheap for them. And America it's about $4. So it's a good product, but the long-term effects, it's not always, there can be problems eventually, and the birth defects is something, so people are going to have kids, they should really try to go onto a different product. I luckily didn't have to, even after I had children, I was lucky enough that I didn't need to, I wasn't diagnosed with postnatal depression either, although I felt a bit, like I could lose it. I just did some REPT techniques, rational emotional behavioural therapy techniques, which is where whatever my thought pattern was, it was like kind of, is that rational or is that an irrational belief? And you kind of tick it off, and then your brain, it's like basically a form of cognitive therapy anyway, cognitive behavioural therapy, and kind of, rationalise it. And I knew that, what I was thinking was probably irrational, some of it. It's not about the kids, it was actually about something else. It's about, my husband, really. People start panicking that they're going to leave and they're kind of having affairs, things like that. And anyway, I managed to rationalise it, and I got my brain back in order. It was okay. I was lucky, actually. I kind of, because I had 2 children quite quickly, like a year apart, and it's like twins, isn't it, really? That time frame. And my third one came along about when they were like 5 or 6. So in total, I was quite lucky. Whilst I was pregnant with my third one, no, before I was pregnant with my third one, I did my master's, like 30 credits at Masters with Open University, and I kind of signed on to do other ones, but then I couldn't really commit myself to carry on. Even postponing it, I wasn't really sure like how it would work out, so I had to kind of leave it for a bit. I did plan to carry on, but it's just kind of been a few years. But when you fall pregnant, I could have probably done most of the coursework before. If it was like, as soon as you kind of sign on for it, I could have done it like before she was born. But it was just the start date was much later, and it was just after she's born. So I don't think a newborn baby and doing a master's level course would have been easy, because it's hard work. People need to take time off to, anyway, don't they? Anyway, the antidepressant wise, Seroxat's fine. I've never tried any other antidepressants. When we were younger, we like even when I've had like problems when I was younger, I kind of managed to kind of get my head straight quite quickly. So it's a case of people can do things when they're younger that they kind of I didn't need anything back then either. So there you go. Seroxat's the only thing I've tried, and in terms of antidepressants, obviously, and it's fine. I think it's a good, safe product. I don't know if people have had other problems with it, but I've genuinely found it to be quite a good one. I've never tried Prozac and all these other things that are available, but some people need to carry on with their antidepressants or whatever. If they've got bipolar disorder, they're on something for life probably. But I'm lucky enough that I don't need anything like that.